I left my wife after she said I wasn't manly enough because I like baking and listening to pop music, so I walked away and never looked back. We'd been together since we were 18. She was my first everything, whereas she'd been with a few people before me. We have an 18-year-old daughter together who is an amazing, brilliant, and kind person. I couldn't have asked for a better kid. The last few years, my wife has been making the odd comment about my manliness, etc., and I've just brushed it off. But she's really stepped it up the last year, and I ended up leaving her about 3 months ago over it. I don't want this to sound like a humble brag, but I do think I'm quite manly while also just being a normal person. I'm tall, work out a few times a week, I can do any DIY around the house, I can fix cars, I used to be an amateur boxer and cage fighter, and still do it as a hobby to keep fit. The things she said that aren't manly about me are, I like to bake, I like to cook, I don't drink, I don't care if other people do, it's just not for me, I like Taylor Swift, Charlie XCX, Ariana Grande, Sabrina Carpenter, etc. My main choice in music will always be rap, but having a teenager daughter, these sort of artists get played and I like some of their songs, so I listen to them. I don't see that as a bad thing. I have a powerful car and a motorbike, but my preferred method of transport is a VW Up. It's a small car with a little engine, but if it's just me and my gym bag or work bag, I don't see the problem. Plus I'm not one of those who feels like a car someone drives means anything. My ex-wife disagreed and said I give off a certain vibe in it. I tend to walk away from arguments with strangers. She perceives any slight as a personal insult. If you cut in front of her in traffic, she's leaning on the horn. Don't say thank you if you hold a door open. She's screaming and shouting at you. I just prefer to let things slide. An example is someone who was being obnoxious to me on a night out for no reason. He was in my face calling me all sorts of names, and even pushed me a couple of times. I just smiled at him and walked away, saying I hope he gets home safely. When we got home, she said I embarrassed her in front of her friends by letting him talk to me like that. I said, what's the point of me knocking out a drunk kid who's half my size? She said I'm a doormat for the world. There are a few other things mainly connected to stuff that my daughter and I have in common around stupid social media videos. She said it's like living with two teenage girls. In September, I left her. I said I can't be spoken to like this anymore and be belittled. It's not fair. Even then she had a dig and said a real man would change. She's changed her tune since and said she's willing to go to therapy, both individual and couples, and try and sort out her issues. I don't know if the cuts from things she's said are too deep, though. Since I've left, I've felt more relaxed and happier. I don't have to worry when I put a song on or want to bake a cake or cook something a bit different what would be said, etc. At the same time though, it's scary as she's all I've known, and being alone and meeting new people scare the life out of me as I've never done that before. Everything is telling me I'm on the right path now, but I have a niggling doubt in my head that all those words she spoke about me are true and I am an annoying person that will be alone forever. Update: 3 months later. First and foremost, I didn't get back with her and the divorce is now in motion. Our daughter is very understanding, says I seem a lot happier and more relaxed. My ex-wife kept asking me back until about a month ago she announced she's seeing a 23-year-old, and when I felt relief rather than hurt or jealousy, I fully realized I am over her. Not really much else to report. I'm still baking and cooking and boxing and cage fighting lol. I've got tickets to go see Sabrina Carpenter with my daughter, and we also got tickets to go see Kendrick Lamar, so I still like my rap and my teen girl pop lol.